This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, the other day, I think it was Thursday, you saw me, I guess metaphorically speaking, unboxing the latest version of Native Instruments Guitar Rig 6. I've had the previous version for some time now and been, fairly happy using it for what I used it for, which admittedly wasn't a lot, but I didn't really see any need to update it until I got a new PC, which is sat on the desk over there, and I thought, new PC, new software, and you saw me kind of having a first little run through some of the sounds and getting to grips with it, and I was quite impressed with the tones that I was getting. So I said in that video that I'd be putting together a little piece of music using exclusively the tones from Guitar Rig. That's what I've done, and this is what it sounds like. And a little bit of housekeeping. As always, there is a full tab for that piece of music in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and a jam track for you to play along with for yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address and the link is in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these extra goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive heartfelt thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down below. Now then, usually when I do some kind of demo like that, I put the settings that I was using up on screen, but there wasn't enough room on screen to do that. So I'll tell you what, let's have a listen to all of the parts that I recorded there in isolation, and you'll see on screen the settings that were being used to create those sounds. Here we go. So there you go. That is essentially what I was using in terms of getting the tones that you heard in that finished piece. So a number of things I want to touch on here. First of all, normally when I put a piece of music like that together, it takes me maybe a couple of hours, 3 hours, something like that, 2-3 hours. That took me about a day and a half. And the reason for that is that I was determined I wasn't going to use any of the kind of stock kind of presets that I use just as part of Reaper. As you could probably see in the clip, I was recording it in Reaper, and I've got things like reverbs and delays and compressors and all manner of stuff just dialed in that I just kind of throw onto a track when they need it, and you know, that's it, good. I was determined I was just going to use what was going on in Guitar Rig, and you know, finding my way around it, and you know, just kind of getting things dialed in and changing my mind and going back and you know, doing it again and stuff. It took me a lot longer. Yeah, is that a reflection on Guitar Rig? I think it's probably more likely a reflection on me. What I would say though is that usually I tend to use Positive Grid bias amp for all of my kind of main guitar parts that I record, and the bias amp models sound good in isolation, and then they sound good in a mix as well. The Guitar Rig settings that I had that sounded great in isolation tended to be a little bit wishy-washy when I put them into a mix, and there was a lot more tweaking to get that sounding something like how I liked it. And as a result of all of this, I've got no sense of objectivity about whether I'm getting good tones on that demo or not. I'll pass that one over to you chaps. If you're a long-term viewer of this channel, then you'll have heard my guitar tones on plenty of examples, and well, how did these measure up? Were they any better? Were they any worse? Were they as good but different? Or could you tell any difference at all? Let me know in the comments section. I'd be genuinely interested to know what you think. Other impressions I think of for Guitar Rig is that there are lots of things that I'm not going to use. I mean, there are, like, I forget how many different versions of a plexi there are. There's you know, cool plexi, there's a standard plexi, there's a hot plexi, you know. I would happily have traded any one of those, well, probably the hot plexi, for a nice JTM 45 model. You know, like the one that's in bias amp, basically. I kind of got close to that classic Bluesbreaker amp tone with the cool plexi, but it's still not quite there. You can tell that it's just it's close, but it's no cigar. And as for the hot plexi, well, you know, if I want extra gain out of a plexi model, then I'll use any one of the multitude of overdrive plugins that come as part of Guitar Rig just into a standard plexi. I don't need that actually building into an amp model as well. It just seems like a duplication for me, that they actually give you the option to put overdrive in front of a regular plexi, and then they give you like a higher gain plexi as well. It's, I suppose it's all down to personal taste, I guess, but the long and short of it is that I don't think I'm going to be moving away from positive grid bias amp anytime soon. As I say, I tend to like to use that. I've got, an orange preset that I use on that, a plexi preset, a JTM 45 preset, a Dumble preset, and a diesel preset. Those tend to be the ones that I use most of all, and as I say, coupled with the delays and stuff that I use that are just native to Reaper, then I get tones that I'm happy with pretty much instantly without all of the, as I say, about a day and a half as opposed to 2 or 3 hours to put a piece of music like that together. I'm sure I'd find my way around it if I was to persevere, but as I say, I've already got the tones that I like courtesy of Bias Amp, so there you go. Let me know what you think of the tones, as I said, down in the comments section, and let me know what you think of how they compare to the regular sounds that I get. And that is very much the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and why not drop me a like while you're at it. Don't forget, as always, every Friday 5 PM UK time, the live stream where we drink beer and talk music and guitars. A cracking way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.